Hi guys, my name is Anastasia. Welcome to everybody on my channel. Today, as usual, I will watch with you our favorite TV show, My 600 Pounds Weight, guys. And this is 21st episode of our 9th season. It's almost final. So, and as usual, I will watch this video with you, speak my mind, share my emotion, philosophize a little bit. And I just see on this our new hero, and I think that she isn't feel herself really good as well. So how predictable am I? Yeah? So but guys, I immediately apologize that every sec my screen will flash because YouTube doesn't skip this video at any different way, and you know this, yeah, because my screen will all time change. So but I hope for your support and understanding, and don't forget about likes and comments. It's so necessary to me. I really enjoy this time when I see something that you're writing to me. It's like my soul. I really enjoy this time. So have a great time with me, have fun or have not a lot of fun. Yeah, you can all time say me your opinion. What are you seeing about this personal? Yeah, and I hope that today our main hero, I know that it is she, yeah, it's Lacey or Lisa, I don't remember her name. So but I think that she is so strong and she can handle with all of this without any excuses and searching some obstacles. But we will watch. So let's start, let's do it together. Lisa, that I said. Wow, 51 years old. She's so in the middle age, okay. And has really big trouble with her body and with health also.
I better say I get up every morning, except for the fact that I can't get up out of this bed. It's been about 3 years that I've been in bed. Randy's trying to get up. Oh. I just feel like I've let myself down and everybody around me. I live with my boyfriend, Randy. And I just feel like crap because we're not really boyfriend-girlfriend. He's more like my caregiver. For the 3 years that I've been in bed, Randy's been helping me. Oh. Randy does basically everything for me. Babe, I'm getting hungry. Okay. Most of the time, he does all the cooking. Wish I could help out a lot more. I know Randy wants that. Poor guy. I miss simple things like mopping a floor. He just says he does it out of love.
Well, for breakfast, I cook her eggs and toast and give her cereal and sometimes cottage cheese.
So how dirty is their place? I mean, everything. It's like, oh my goodness, the kitchen is awful. The bed in which they're sleeping is so dirty. Oh, I hate it when it's so dirty. I mean that every person, they need to clean their place, because as clean you're living, that is clean as in your heart, maybe in your body, yeah. But with this. So it's not about me. But my camera, all time I have some problems with my camera. So guys, sorry, 1 sec. I have 2 cameras, yeah, you know. And all time my second camera is playing with me. Please stop. So
Makes me upset because I don't want her eating that stuff, but I don't want to make her mad, so I give it to her. Lisa gets upset all the time because she wants to get up out of bed and do things, and she starts crying. It makes me upset because I love her with all my heart. Sometimes I hug her, and other times I tell Lisa it'll be okay.
Is she cooking here?
Her biggest cheerleader.
Really?
When you turn to food for comfort, it's like your best friend. You know, you can eat it and you can cuss while you're eating it and tell them everything you're doing, and it's not going to talk back to you and it's not going to judge you. Food makes you feel good while you're eating it. It makes you happy. But then by the time you're done, you feel so guilty. It's like it wasn't worth it. for eating all that food because you know that food's...
So she said that food makes her happy, but now I'm seeing how happy is she. I mean that she is unhappy and unpleasant, and she has really a big trouble in her life. She hasn't got her normal own life, and she's just lying in her bed and saying that, oh my goodness, food is best what happened with me. But it's really cheating part for herself, and the best, the worst thing, it's all time be dishonest with yourself, and how we can see this is the end of this dishonest feelings.
Killing you. You know how bad it is? It's absolutely terrible. And food becomes your best friend, it's your only friend. But it's always there. I mean, I've tried like not eating so much and stuff like that, but I'm a stress eater, so whenever I'm stressed out or something, I eat. Mm-hmm. I'm just a stressful person.
Why are you
gonna put that in the kitchen for me?
Person?
Thank you. I feel bad because sometimes my bedding gets wet, and then we have to change the bedding. You know, it's kind of stressful. I have to use the bathroom with stress on my body.
Goodness. It's real nightmare.
As good as you can. We have to change the bedding. So yeah, I'm stressed a lot.
Because...
And then if it's bath time, we'll take a bath. Yeah. Get some soak and rags and wash my legs and rinse them off. It's a long process because we have to wash and then I have to dry everything to get that dead skin off. I've always wanted to lose weight. I just never knew how to lose weight. Nobody wants to be like this. And if they do, they're crazy. I've always enjoyed food. I don't know why, but I always have. I think it's been a family thing, you know. All of us are overweight.
Come on, all people like to eat. I don't really know people that said, oh, food isn't playing any role in my life. It's bullshit. Of course, all people love to eat, but it's about controlled portion. You can eat whatever you want, but please know your portion. If, for example, you want to order pizza, okay, but eat not just one pizza for yourself, yeah? Eat, for example, 2 or 3 pieces of pizza. Or, for example, it's the same with burgers, yeah, or with some junky food. Okay, you can't eat or every time like junky food, yeah, because it's unhealthy and then you will be fatter. But once per week, why not? Of course, it's big pleasure with having food, I mean junky food every time, but it's not about health. And now I see that she is so weakness and so poor, so it's ugly to see on this all.
Lisa and I are 2 years apart. We grew up together pretty good, but growing up, we've never really recognized Lisa's weight because all of us was heavy back then, except for Robin, the other sister.
It's all for her?
My life was chaotic. My dad was an alcoholic.
Sorry guys, but all this portion is for her? She isn't an elephant, but she eats like, oh, it's real overeat. Of course she has an obesity because she's an obese. Of course she eating not normal food and portion, snacks, chips, pizzas. Pfft. About which diet are we speaking? About which healthy mood are we speaking? It's not about it. Why she isn't changing her life like right now? She has a chance, she understands all her problem, but why she isn't do anything? I mean that... Just saying a lot that I'm unhappy, that I have a lot of problems. My dad has a drunk addiction and all. Okay, a lot of people have their own problem, but it's not the reason to be really overweight.
He wasn't at first. He was a real good dad when we were younger, but then he got into drinking and started beating on my mom and everything. So just that situation there made me turn to food. Food became a comfort to me because whenever I got upset or afraid or lonely, I knew it'd be there. But then after my dad left, my mom went to work. She cleaned banks. She did whatever she could to take care of us. And as kids, used to spend a lot of time home alone. Go do whatever we wanted to do. Cry and eat. When I was 13, life changed a lot. I was at a friend's house. People I thought were friends. I was just at the wrong place at the wrong time. And I got raped, and it just happened. There's 2 different guys. I never told a soul, not even my mom. And I started eating a lot after that. I know I did. I did it on purpose because I wanted to get fat so nobody ever touched me again. Made me feel lonely, afraid, wondering why things happen, and where in the hell was God? I got to drinking then, drinking and partying, following the crowd, probably about 300 pounds. I met Matthew's dad when I was 16, Terrence. And that was okay. We and him got along real good. We had a pretty good relationship. And then I found out I was pregnant. My sister just found out she was pregnant with her 2nd child.
Oh, it was not good for my mom living in a house with 2 pregnant girls because we was crabby all the time. And then we still lived with our mom after we had the boys for a while.
What am I gonna do with a baby? I'm 17, I can't take care of myself. He had colic real bad and he cried 24/7. So it was hard. Me and Terrence are never married, but we kind of got thrown together for a while. My first marriage was a guy that was in prison. He was in prison for murder. We started dating after he went to prison. He was young when he killed the guy. They robbed a mall and accidentally shot him. At the time, it didn't bother me. And when he got out, it just didn't turn out very well. It was good the first, 3 months he was out, but then he got to drinking and using a lot of drugs. Thought it was okay to talk to me and hitting on me and stuff like that. I picked him up one time and body slammed him. I said, "You're not gonna put your hands on me." I said, "No man's ever gonna put their hands on me again." And then he tried again, and I called the cops and had him removed. Sent him back to the penitentiary. And I went and seen him. I said, "You might just file for a divorce because we're not staying married." So he filed for one. His biggest lie was, "I'm going down to the bar," and then he disappeared for 2 weeks and I didn't see him. I'm just gonna skip forward. Then there was Homer. I was 19. That was a good relationship, but he was on drugs, so we broke up. Well, then there was Charles. I dated him for a couple of years. I was 20 when I dated him. We broke up because we just fought a lot. And then there was Harry, and I was like 22 then, I think. Harry was a good guy. He was really sweet, but he was a womanizer. He had to have 3 or 4 different girlfriends at one time, and I couldn't deal with that. With Harry, things started getting hard because it was just too hard for me to go and do things. That was about 10 years back. And then I got with Randy. I met Randy at the grocery store at age 40, came up and started talking to me. Gave him my phone number, and I've been with Randy ever since. I don't think I was attracted to Randy when I first met him. I think he just grew on me. He was just so sweet and kind.
What stood out to me about Lisa is her personality. She was fun and beautiful. I love everything about Lisa. I miss her being there with me. That's how I feel about that. We used to go down to the park and she'd hold her on the back of her wheelchair and she'd walk around on that. We used to go fishing all the time. She'd go to the store with me. She'd go to the doctor's with me. I do feel lonely all the time when I go out and she can't go with me. Especially when I go to the doctor, I need her there for support. And my biggest hope and dream for her is to get up out of bed and let's go do stuff and eventually get married.
Randy, will you put that in the kitchen, hon? Doctor told me if I stood on my ankle, it was gonna puncture the skin. The bones were gonna go through my skin. Started staying in bed, and I never got out of bed. By that time, I know I had to weigh about 600. Been here ever since. My boyfriend Randy has to do a lot for me. And I feel bad because it's not fair to him. He shouldn't have to come home and clean, and he shouldn't have to come home and cook, and he shouldn't have to take care of me. That's what I worry about with this relationship, is that he's gonna get tired and leave. He's never told me that, but I don't know, if it was tables or turn, I'd get tired of it.
Time she's just
And he takes really good care of Lisa. He's here for her and he helps her, he baths her.
So guys, all time she's really just eating, all time, all her day she's eating, and then at night she's sleeping. So it's all her daily routine. As for me, it's the scariest scenario ever. So okay, you're lying at bed, so yeah, you don't have now the best body ever, but you can change your life. First of all, it's just some advices to her. First of all, you can find your hobbies, yeah, and don't think all time about food, yeah, because she's addicted about food. And why she's addicted about food? Because she hasn't got anything. Expect food, of course. And it's, for example, if you're staying all time in bed, about what are you thinking about? Something goodness for yourself, but it's, as I said before, it's cheating part. So first of all, she can find her hobby. Second one, if she's just lying and thinking just about food, please see some movie, yeah, or start drawing, or watch on YouTube something life hacks, yeah, or something learning video about something. So just find some hobbies for yourself, yeah, and try to sit on a diet. Yeah, for example, just try. I don't say that you need, but now in her case she must try this diet. But it's all about her own desires and feeling. Yeah, her past was awful. I agree, and this is so scary. It's like nightmare. But you have just only one life, and if you messed up that it's all. I mean that life is ended in such a state, and this is so terrible.
Helps her with her blisters on her legs and stuff. Worry about something happening to him. Then who's going to be here to take care of Lisa?
Well, bring me the sour cream and I'll mix it in this then. You know, the last 3 years on him has been hell. He's had to take care of me, and, you know, I regret letting this happen. I want to lose the weight. Hey, babe, come grab this stuff, will you?
I feel like a caretaker instead of a boyfriend some of the times. It's kind of frustrating. I think both of us have had food addiction since we met. I think we do, yes, we both enable each other.
It's hard because you spend a lot of time alone because no one wants to be around you. But my sister Robin and my sister Jojo live here in town. We talk on the phone mostly. They just don't like seeing me in bed, so they don't come over. Taters are pretty good.
Broke my heart. Lisa did when she got bedridden. She asks us to come over sometimes and see her. And I don't come see Lisa as much as we should do. It hurts. I don't like seeing her like that. I just hope that she can get out of bed soon and be able to get up again.
Yeah, I feel like I'm just not worth their time. And that's terrible, but it's the truth. My biggest fear is dying. I want to change my lifestyle to get out of bed and do things, and it's never too late to keep trying, and if I don't try, then where am I going to get? Here, babe, put that up.
So your biggest fear is just dying, and you don't do anything for changing your life. You have a lot of obstacles, you have a lot of excuses why you can't handle with this. It is so hard for yourself, yeah, but for another case you want to change everything. Yeah, it's a great desire, but it's not like an easy way. Like she's thinking, oh my goodness, I will sit on a diet 1 month and I will be the tallest woman. No, no, and no. She isn't skinny as she wanted for a short period of time. It's really a hard and rough way. And sleeping? Wake up?
Oh, it scares me. All I'm gonna do is keep gaining more weight, and I'm not gonna be here. But between me and God, I know I can change this. I just have to do it. I don't have a choice. I want to change really bad. I want my life back. I mean, really, I must be pretty bad if people don't want to come visit me. I mean, it's nobody's fault but my own that I put all this weight up and I wanted in this bed. Thank you. You know, I deserve to be happy and I deserve to be free. And that's all I want. That's why I want to change. Good night, babe. Love you.
First month.
So when's your Dr. Now appointment?
I think it's today, 4.
Oh, are you nervous?
Yeah, I'm nervous. You know this man's gonna put down his foot. I hope to get down to Houston. I want to make an appointment with Dr. Now and talk to him face to face. I hope to get surgery one day.
But how?
I want to know what I can and cannot eat. Hopefully he'll send me a list and how much weight he's gonna make me lose, because you know they always do.
Yeah. Probably gonna have me lose what?
I'm very nervous for my Dr. Now's appointment. I'm nervous because I don't know what he's gonna tell me. I think he's gonna tell me to lose a lot of weight. Heck, if I lose 100 pounds, I might be able to get up.
You can probably get up now. We just got to strengthen your legs.
I'm afraid to put weight on that ankle.
Yeah, I know.
Especially since that doctor said I can bust that bone through.
Biggest hope is she can get out of the bed and see her grandkids.
This is my last chance, though, because if I don't do this, I'm gonna die.
Yeah, I know.
Hello.
How are you today?
I'm fine, and you?
I'm good, thank you. Well, nice to meet you.
You too.
As I understand it, you're reaching to me because of your weight and the fact that you're bedridden.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what is your weight?
637.
You look like you could be a little bigger than that. So, how old are you?
I'm 51.
So, what is your mobility?
I can't get out of bed unless I get someone to help me get in a wheelchair.
So, how long you been in bed?
3 to 4 years.
You didn't think you should try to lose weight and get out of that bed?
No, I guess not.
So, you didn't know what the problem was in 3-4 years?
Well, yeah, I knew I like to snack a lot and eat a lot.
Well, you're not the person you go to pantry and get your snack. Who's bringing you your snack?
Well, when I could get up and walk, I'd get them myself, but now Randy brings me everything I eat.
So that is called an enabler over there. So when you got an enabler over there, they enable you to eat all the high-calorie food. How are we going to change that?
Well, we
Somebody that's interested to keep you in the bed?
No.
He can be your provider? So he bring you the food and you're obligated to eat?
No.
Who cooks the food?
Randy and I cook it together.
How are you going to cook in the bed?
I got an electric skillet that I sit on the side of the bed and cook.
So you cook food in the bed?
Well, yeah, I sit in the bed and put the skillet on the side and cook.
That sounds dangerous. Randy take care of you full time?
Yeah.
Okay. So what are you willing to do to save your life?
I'm going to follow whatever you tell me to do, and he's going to make sure of it.
I hope so, because your health will start to deteriorate rapidly if anything's happened to you. Can you lower the camera so we can see your legs? Have some better idea what's going on?
Oh. Can you hold that down there?
We just see part of your leg, but not the entire part.
I got lymphedema bad too.
I see that. And what is this tubing going? That's the oxygen?
Oh no, that's a Purewix. So when I pee, it goes in this tube, so I don't get wet.
What do you do when you have your bowel movement?
Randy, we turn over and use like a bedpan.
I see. So you have a whole system figured out to keep you in bed all day. When was the last time you were able to sit up and walk and get out of the bed?
I haven't been able to walk, like I said, about 3 or 4 years.
So you've been in bed for 3 or 4 years, and what you have done in the past 3 or 4 years to get your stamina up to get out of the bed?
I don't really do anything except leg exercises. I do that.
I just imagine 3 years into the bed. It's oh my goodness. For me, it's real. It sounds like real nightmare. You can do anything. You're just lying all day, yeah, and you're so weakness. So any activity ever. Oh my goodness, I don't know how she can do it with her health, with her body, because at my case, all people, they must say for yourself, stop. Please stop, do it, because at another case, we will be in a big shit. So for me, it's nightmare.
Them every day.
So what is the plan for you to get out of the bed?
Well, I'm hoping to lose some weight and get some physical therapy so I can get out of bed.
How do you think that's going to happen?
I'm going to have to stay on a strict diet and stop eating food I'm not supposed to eat.
You knew that the past 3 or 4 years, what you have done to change that?
Yeah, I guess I haven't been trying hard enough. I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? So you don't know what the problem is?
Well, yeah, I know what the problem is. I guess I just haven't did anything about it.
So what do you think the problem is?
I eat too much.
So how long you know that you're eating too much?
Oh, for a long time.
So what is new today after 51 years?
I don't want to die. I want to change my life and get out of this bed.
You say that, but doing that hasn't been important enough for you to start losing weight before this point. So you live in Nebraska?
Yes, sir.
Well, we don't have any sort of transportation to take you to Houston from there. If you want to come here, the goal for you will be to drive down. But anybody at your size, bedridden, and without medical supervision or medical passport is going to be very risky to come down to Houston. So before you do that, you need to get out of that bed. It's the priority before you do anything. And you can do that by losing weight and exercising. Okay?
Okay.
So we're going to email you some information. I'm going to send you some diet instruction that I want you to read.
Okay.
And follow that in daily basis. The diet is going to limit you to 1,200 calories a day with focus on protein and almost no carb. What do you think? Your boyfriend's still going to be enabling you, or he's going to stick with your healthy eating habit?
What do you think?
Stick with the healthy eating, because I have to too.
He said he's going to stick with it.
Lisa, I want you to stick with the diet and change your eating habit quickly. When you're 637 pounds, if you stick with the 1,200 calorie diet, you can easily be able to lose 40 to 50 pounds a month. So in 2 months, you can easily lose 100 pounds. But I'm only going to ask you to lose 75 in that time. I expect you to lose that much.
Okay.
And with what I'm going to send you, there is some exercises that I want you to start doing and that you can do in the bed.
Okay.
To improve your stamina. And do you have any physical therapy over there to help you?
No, I don't have physical therapy.
Okay. So I'm going to set that up for you to start PT at home, to work with you to get you up. Can you sit up on the side of bed?
I can if someone helps me get on the side of the bed, yeah.
Okay. Okay, so I want you to work with them to sit up and to start to stand again. And once you do that, they will help you to start to take some steps until you're able to walk again. Okay? The question is, can you do that?
Okay.
All right. Lisa, if you need anything, give me a call. Otherwise, I'll follow up with you in 2 months, and I want you to be 75 pounds lighter. And I want you up and walking my day. We used the weight you gave me to calculate your progress.
Okay, thank you for your help.
So I really don't understand how she will get on scales. I mean that she isn't staying for a long time. How can they know about her weight and how much kilo does she lose?
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay.
How it's possible?
He is right about one thing already. I'm gonna run out of time if we don't do something.
We're into it.
I'm so mad at myself.
You be mad at me, not yourself.
You did not put that food in my mouth already. How many times I have to tell you that? Nobody did this to me.
I
but
gave
me.
it to you.
So what? You could bring me 10 pizzas in here, but unless I choose to eat them, then I shouldn't be eating them. This is nobody's fault but my own. I basically killed myself.
Oh, both of us killed you.
Yeah, she's
No, I
correctly right.
did.
She killed herself every day.
We're gonna get you out of this.
But in this case,
Right
crying
now,
doesn't
I
help.
think we're going to have a bit of uphill battle with Lisa. She's been stuck in the bed for years with no ambition to get up and change her situation, which means there's a part of her that wants her to be in that bed all day with someone feeding her and taking care of her, which means she has spent a lot of time justifying living like that to herself, so changing that isn't going to be easy, especially with the enabler there with her, always ready to feed her. So I'm not sure Lisa means that when she says she's ready to change. My concern is she really means she's ready for someone to come and change her situation. Hopefully I'm wrong about that and she's ready
How many
to work to
documents,
change
yeah.
her life. Because
How many
until she
patients
gets
are
up
here?
and start walking again, we're not going to be able to do much for her. In her condition, bringing her to Houston could be too taxing on her body. So we need to get her weight down and get her mobile again before we do anything else for her. But
What will be work every time, in every day, and in every cases? Of course, hospital, because there are really a lot of ill personality. To compare with Ukraine, USA, and just around the world, hospital are working forever.
But that's going to be all up to her. She's going to have to decide what's
And of
more
course it's
important,
great.
staying in the bed and eating all day or saving her life. We will give her the instructions and the tools to do what she needs to change. But it is all up to her to make it happen.
I'm gonna go to the store.
All right.
Love
Bye.
you.
I love you. It's been a couple weeks since I had my first appointment with Dr. Now. I read Dr. Now's book to see what kind of changes I have to make. The diet is confusing. He wants me to eat a lot of protein, no carbs. But he don't want me to eat like fat stuff, you know, like a lot of hamburger. My sister Robin cleaned my house out for me. Got rid of all the junk food. I filled my kitchen with healthy stuff. Whatever. I'm just gonna, like I said, pray to God and hope that Randy will help me figure out what to eat, what not to eat in the servings, and we can make this work together. Hi, honey.
What do you want to get?
I don't know. Go get some cookies.
How many do you want?
Get like 6 or 7 cookies. Get some peanut butter cookies.
Cookies. Which cookies are you speaking? You're on diet. Which
A
cookies?
6-pack of them if they got them.
You want bacon cheddar? You want jalapeno cheddar?
Just grab one of each one. Go get some cereal too, babe. We need about 7 boxes of cereal, so keep track of what you throw in there. Get something with sugar on it, since you're standing right there. Get some of that peanut butter right up there.
So I really don't understand. Now she's reading the book, and on last year day she's crying. She was crying and said, "Oh my goodness, I killed myself. It's a really shame for myself. Yeah, I don't want to be in this body. I want to change everything." After a few days later, she said, "Oh, please give me 6 packs of cookies, bacon, and another bullshit." About weight changing, are we speaking? Yeah, on this food you can't lose your weight. Dr. Noun say a lot of protein, so eggs, salad, tuna, fish, meat, but not this all junk food. I really don't realize, is she it seemed that she isn't understand, or it's not about motivation and something best changing in her life.
Okay, now go to the candy aisle, and then we're going to go to the chip aisle.
I'm at the chip aisle right now.
Oh, well, get chips while you're standing there. I don't know, get 5 bags. You might just get a couple jars of that dip, too.
All right, what else you need?
Go to the soda aisle. Get like 8 cases of pop. Just grab any of it. It'll get drinking. Okay, and then go over and get like 6 frozen pizzas. And get a pack of corn dogs, too.
I don't see corn dogs.
All right, just grab 4 bags of pizza roll and get out of there.
All right, I'm leaving.
All right, babe, that's all we need. So I'm going to see you when you get here.
All right.
Okay, love you. Bye. Well, I can do the exercise and diet Dr. Now wants me to do. But not today. Randy, can you hand me them dumbbells, weights, whatever they call it over there? It's been about a month since I talked to Dr. Now. I got Dr. Now's books and the paper he sent. Yes, I understand everything they want me to do. I like to get my exercising back up to twice a day. I mean, I really do have to exercise my legs because I can get a blood clog if I don't. My arms are gonna hurt tomorrow. I'm stuck in bed all the time. I haven't walked in 4 years. I can't even stand on my poor feet. They hurt so bad. But I feel like if I can lose enough weight, at least trying to get on my feet, I could do it. You want one to work with me? If I would get out of bed right now, my legs and knees wouldn't hold my weight and I would just fall on the floor. I was in a nursing home for about 3 months and we tried that, and that's just exactly what happened. And I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm not gonna tell you I'm scared to put my feet on the floor and try again, but I know I got to. And with the grace of God, it's gonna work out okay. That's one reason why I wanna go see Dr. Now so bad, because not only will it help me lose weight, but I know he'll get me physical therapy and stuff and get me back on my feet, which I got to do that. Randy, my arms hurt.
So my chest.
I know your chest hurts. Keep telling you go to the doctor, but you won't go. I love Randy because we've been together forever, and he's really good to me. He does a lot of stuff that a lot of men wouldn't do, and I appreciate him for it. You want to go to the hospital, babe?
I think I have to.
Lay down for a little bit and see if that'll help out.
I got pain in my left leg.
I don't think Randy's jealous. He's afraid if I lose weight that I'll leave him, because then I won't need him, you know. Right now he does basically everything for me, and if I can start doing it by myself, then I think he's gonna feel like I'm not gonna need him anymore. But I mean, that's not the case, because when we first met, I did everything for myself. We got different personalities, though. He's really quiet. He doesn't talk to people. He's not around people. And I'm the opposite. I like to be around people, and I like to go out and do things. I tell him every day my expectations for myself in 1 year is to lose enough weight to get out of this bed, because I got a date with my granddaughter, take her to the fair. And I do not plan on missing that date. So that's my plans.
doing sport is great.
I'm doing this
There you go.
for Dr. Now, but mainly for me.
Keep it up.
My arms are killing me. Oh. Hello, Dr. Now, how are you?
Hey, Lisa, what are you doing in bed?
Sitting here doing nothing?
That's the problem I'm calling about. You keep refusing PT and you're not working with them to get up. So last time I talked to you, you said you could sit and get to the side of bed if you had help. And we send PT to help you start to do that, to build up your stamina. But you refuse to cooperate with them. So what's going on?
I never said I'd sit on the side of the bed. You must got me confused with someone else.
Really?
Yeah.
So if you can't get up and walk, how do you expect to come to Houston?
I'm supposed to be coming tomorrow.
How in the world you're in the bed? You're going to come with the bed and roll that bed from where you are to the Houston?
No, the ambulance people are going to help me get in the van, and then I'm going to come down there and see you.
That's medical transport, and I told you that's too risky. But that's okay. I don't think you are really planning on doing that. So what do you have done to change your eating habit and lose some weight? I sent him my book and all the instructions you need.
I don't quite understand your book and what kind of diet you want me to be on.
Then you haven't read it because there is only one diet in there. You read the stuff where you will understand that you eat only 3 times a day, only about 400 calories, high protein, and you avoid all the high-calorie food list that we send you. Which part of that is hard to understand?
I'm confused all the way around, I guess.
You're confused. Okay. I think the reality is you're playing games and pretending to be confused because you still want to eat whatever you want whenever you want. So we need to cut the food off at the source. Where is your enabled boyfriend so I can talk to him and see why he's overfeeding?
Just a minute, I'll hand him the computer. Here, babe.
Hello.
Hello.
How you doing?
All right.
So you're the one who brings Lisa all the food that's killing her. So why are you doing that?
I don't bring her a whole lot. I bring her some.
She hasn't lost any weight over the last month. She's still over 600 pounds. So you're not.
So yeah, it's also big issues to her boyfriend. Why she really puts her a lot of food. I mean that she knows that she is on diet, yeah, and she can say for herself, Lisa, stop, please doing it. Yeah, we are on the program. You need to lose his fucking weight, and please change your life, change your eating habits, yeah, and I will help you, because support in this case is so necessary. I know firsthand because I also was a little bit fatter that I know that I am now, yeah, and for me support it was so necessary part, because my mom is all-time support me, that Stacy, all will be okay, yeah, because I all time think about my weight, about my body, which body I have, so how many muscles are in my body, how many water, and what I'm eating, yeah, and sometimes I think that, oh my goodness, Stacy, please stop doing about or thinking about this one. But I think that a partner will be also like your support, yeah, and to help you every time, not about the food. Yeah, of course, honey, yeah, you want something to eat, of course, my baby, I will do for you everything. Do you want cookies? Okay, please just eat. Like no.
Feeding her a little. You're feeding her a lot. If you give her a protein bath, then she should be able to lose enough weight to get out of the bed. But she's not able to do that. So why are you overfeeding her?
Because she asked me to get it for her.
So if she asks you, you're obligated to bring it to her?
Yes.
What happens if you don't bring it? Is she going to get up and go get it?
Ron, you have to talk to him because this is important. This is about saving my life. You can't just not talk to the man.
I'm not to overfeed you.
You need to finish talking to him.
I'm done talking to him.
We both know we're both doing wrong, so I mean, he's only trying to help us.
Nothing we can do now except get you down there. I've been trying to cut your food down until you know.
Doctor, now he don't want to talk to you no more.
But that may be your problem, and that you got some enabler to bring you a lot of food. He doesn't want to stop doing that because he likes to overfeed you for whatever reason, and as long as he brings it to you, then you gotta.
So her boyfriend has a really weird reaction on the words Dr. Now. Dr. Now saying nothing bad for him. Yeah, he's just asking some question, and this question is normal question for the boyfriend who says that I love you, my baby. Yeah, and Dr. Now is saying why you don't save your life. I mean that if you want that your wife, your girlfriend will live more, then please do something, but not just fed her all time.
Be in the bed. And if you both aren't willing to stop this unhealthy behavior, nothing is going to change. And if that's the case, what is the point of you trying to see us? What do you think we're going to do magically to make you lose weight?
Well, no, I know you're not going to magically lose weight, that I got to do it myself, and he's going to have to help me do it.
And you don't have a lot of time to waste. And you're going to run out of time soon.
I know.
Well, if you know, then you're going to have to do your part to make the changes.
Okay.
You say that, but I don't think you mean it or that you really want help.
Let me get you out of bed ourselves.
So what are you trying to say, Lisa?
I'm trying to tell you I need help, but I want it.
Well, the help that you want, we're giving you the help, you're not taking it. The help you want is to stop eating and stop overeating and killing yourself with the food. And we give you an opportunity to do that, and you're not doing that, and you want us to help you.
I'm doing the best I can.
No. Don't lie.
Listen.
Yeah.
Okay. Crying and throwing the tantrum is not going to be a solution for the
I'm not throwing no tantrum, Doctor, now.
But you are. You know, we gave you all you need to start making the changes you need, and you have every opportunity to make progress this past month. So why you haven't done that?
I don't know.
Well, what is the point of calling us and you're not doing anything you're supposed to?
I do want the help.
So what kind of help you need?
I don't know, Doctor, now. I just know I need help losing weight and getting out of this bed.
We send you the diet. You need to do it and work with PT. If you want any more help, you think you can do that?
Yeah, I can do that.
Well, let me talk to him again.
Here, Andy.
Yeah.
Can we get an agreement that there'll be no snacking between the meal?
Yes.
Okay. And the meal needs to be around 400 calories.
Okay.
Lisa, do you think you can do that chapter in the book? Chapter
Yes.
12?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, and you need to put that chapter flat and start doing that exercise, okay?
Okay.
And when PT comes, you work with them.
Okay.
Okay, I'll follow up in 2 months. And if you lose the weight and get out of the bed, and if you get to that point, maybe then we can consider for you to travel to Houston.
All right.
Otherwise, I don't see any point coming down here.
Okay.
All right, bye, Lisa.
Bye-bye.
All right, let me say bye to Randy.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, Randy. If you need anything, give me a call.
Okay.
Let's stick with the program and help us to lose some weight, okay?
Okay.
If you need anything, give me a call.
All right. All right. Bye.
Bye. If Lisa doesn't wake up and stop playing games, then the outcome isn't going to be good for her. She spends a lot of time learning to manipulate those around her to get what she wants. And she seems to think she can keep doing that in this situation. She wants to pretend she doesn't know what to do and convince me that she's trying in the hope that I will eventually give her weight loss surgery and all the work will be done for her. But that's not going to happen because unless she does the work, nothing anyone does will help her in the long run. So she's not going to manipulate her way into losing the weight and walking again. Either she does what she has to do and work at it, or her situation is only going to get worse until she gets to the point where it's too late for her and she doesn't make it. The choice is up to her.
I don't want to go over anything with her. I think it's a waste of time. Come in. Hi. Hello.
How are you, Lisa?
I'm all right.
I'm Emily. I'm a dietitian from Lincoln. How's your day going so far?
Fine. I probably won't even answer your questions, to be honest with you.
I just want to get to know you a little bit, okay? Can you tell me about yourself?
I don't know. Ain't really nothing to tell.
Well, we didn't just end up here today, right?
No.
What's some of your story?
I don't know.
Can you tell me about just growing up and what food was like for you?
I don't know. We ate regular meals.
Yeah. Did you get the diet that Dr. Now had
Nope.
provided? You
I
didn't
never
get
got
any
no
information
diet.
from him?
No diet, no nothing.
Okay. You haven't talked to him at all?
Yeah, I've talked to him.
Okay. What has he provided for you when you have met with him?
Nothing but rudeness.
Okay.
I refuse to talk to that man again, too. I don't need to be made like I'm a piece of from someone who's supposed to be helping me.
You're not a piece of
Well, that's not how they make you feel.
What's the ultimate goal for you?
I just want to get out of this bed.
Okay.
So I really don't understand her because for me she is so hard type of she has really so hard type of character, yeah, and she just didn't hear whatever she want from Dr. Now, yeah, because Dr. Now said her really trust, yeah, and he said that it's not okay for herself, for her health, and in general, and if she is coming to this project, then please do whatever doctor said, because if you follow all the rules under the conditional, yes, then this program will be help you. But in another case, when your boyfriend goes to the supermarket, you say, please give me cookies, bacon, and a lot of Snickers, yeah, it's not about health and about diet. It's bullshit, and she is liar. I mean that she isn't want to change her life in general. Why is she coming to this project? If you don't want to change anything, then please lie in your bed and waiting for the best time for yourself, or waiting for this magic pill that you're drinking and then you lose weight, because it's not magic. I mean that it's bullshit. I mean that it's not real. So, and so hard and so weird woman, really.
So to get out of bed, what would that entail?
I don't know, figuring out how to get up and walk again.
Okay, so what would need to happen in your life to be able to get up and walk again?
I don't know.
Sorry, guys.
What types of things do you like to snack on?
Just depends on whatever's around. I don't have a choice.
Okay, so what kind of foods get brought into the house?
I don't know.
Well, what do you eat on a day-to-day basis?
I don't know. I had oatmeal and toast for breakfast.
You like to eat snack food, so what type of snack food?
I don't know. I don't eat chips. I used to never. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what I eat. I just eat whatever people give me.
Lisa, do you mind if I ask Randy some questions?
Ask all you want.
Okay. Randy, are you familiar with the recommendations that Dr. Now has made? No? Okay.
He hasn't made none. He doesn't do anything that makes you feel like a piece.
Can I tell you about those recommendations?
No.
So I think the overall goal is that we're promoting some weight loss to be able to help get you to Houston to get help. Is that correct?
I'm not going to Houston.
Okay. So overall, though, you have the goal of you're wanting to lose weight so that you can get out of bed, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So what do you think is contributing to continuing to gain weight? Or
I don't know.
Lisa, if you want to make change, I'm going to need you to engage with me.
But I don't know.
And what do you know?
So you've not struggled with...
What is this going to do me any good with you just coming here and talk? This is not even what a nutritionist done. I've seen nutritionists before.
So I just wonder about the service in USA real, because in Ukraine they are really different. No one comes to your home and say, please try to do it one more time. You are not on the right way. We will help you. No, and one more time, no. If you don't want to do it, no one coming to you and say, please, you need to change. No one. He said, or they said, sorry, don't want it, it's your choice, and we have another patient that would, and this is about desires. But no one would say you why you need to do it, make for your and search for your motivation, and others. So the service in USA, I mean, that now is so serious man, and he wants that this Lisa changed. But it's just about his desires, not about her.
Lisa, this is my specialty of working with people who struggle in their relationship with food. This is what I do every day.
They're wasting my time.
What would you rather be doing?
I don't know. Leave me alone, lady.
Sometimes when we get angry and frustrated, we want to blame other people and have them take...
Okay, this is over with. Get out. I'm done talking to you. Give me my book. I don't blame nobody for anything that's happened to me.
Lisa, is part of you afraid of getting help?
Get away from me.
Okay.
Get out. Do not ever come back to my house again.
In Lisa's responses, she definitely demonstrated a lot of resistance, and she's obviously angry, but a big part of her journey is going to be being able to be honest and vulnerable. And so Lisa's unwillingness and hesitancy to engage definitely raises a lot of questions for me about whether or not she's really committed to the journey of healing.
And then I also told them I cannot do physical therapy after 3:30. So how, what are we going to do about that? I set that up at 6:30 at night. Dr. Now, he knew good and well I cannot do anything after that, so that's disrespect on his...
Maybe she said also to cover it to apparatus, get out here. Because the first phone, it was outside.
And I'm supposed to respect this man? No. It's all disrespect towards me, but it's okay to respect me because I'm a fat. Where is my respect? Bring your in.
Hi there, Lisa.
Yeah.
Hi, Lisa. My name is Stacy, and I am a physical therapist. So, how about can we do a little chatting first, just to...
You got 5 minutes.
Okay. So how about this? What goals do you have as far as physically with physical therapy? What can physical therapy help you
There's
with?
nothing you can do for me.
If one of us said for the specialist that you have just 5 minutes, For you say it, so it was your chance. If you don't want to put it, then why? So, but Lisa, in her behavior, she's so rude and impolite, and for me it's like ugly behavior to another personality, and no one deserves for her behavior like this one, because no one comes to her home and say, hey, fat lady, stay up so you can stand up. Okay, haha, you will lay all your life. No, it's incorrect, but her behavior is full. I mean that she's...
Have you had physical therapy in the past? Are you interested in any type of exercises that you can do in bed?
No.
I'd like to help you.
Yeah, whatever. You are not supposed to be here this late. How is that fair? You are not supposed to come this late. I really don't have anything to say to you or anything I want to do. You wasted your time.
Okay.
Thank you for coming. I appreciate it.
I have some resistance bands out in my vehicle. If it's something that you'd like to, I can bring in here and show you a couple things that you can do.
I'm not having you show me anything. If you got some papers, I'll take them and I'll figure it out later on.
Okay. I don't have any papers with me, but my plan was just to see what we can do today, and then I can get you papers. Nothing that I can do here with you, for you? Okay. You wouldn't consider anything?
Absolutely not.
Well, I would love to help you in whatever way I could. Okay?
Yeah.
I really, truly would. So you would like me just to go out? Is that...
Yeah, there's really nothing we could do.
Okay. Is there any type of activity that you are able to do in the bed? Moving your legs, moving your arms, rolling side to side? Are there things like that that you do just for activity, for movement?
No.
Okay. How about sitting edge of bed? Are you able to do that?
No.
Okay. Or even just raising your arms up overhead and coming back down?
Oh my God, never mind. Thank you for coming. That's the end of it. Bye-bye. Okay. Thank you.
So all is easy. Lisa hasn't got any desires and goals. Her life is convenient to her, and for her it's the best excuses why she can't lose this fucking weight, because she isn't she doesn't really want it. It's about her motivation and her behavior in general, because I'm not a people who all time coming to her and say, please Lisa, please try again, please one more time, you will do it. No, it's just about your desires. You're 51 years old, you're an old woman, and if you want to die in this bed, then please, why are you coming on this project? So I really don't understand these people, and for me it's really wasting the time of doctor and all the specialists, because Liz doesn't want to do anything, and
this is why my family don't white people no more.
So rude girl, so rude woman, fool.
Did you call him?
Yeah.
What'd she say?
She said there'd be a couple things. But you all making my heart race.
Burgers, of course, tasty. It's delicious. It's more delicious just to have just a salad, of course. Diet? Oh, no. Any diet in my life. I'm a happy person.
You know this burger don't taste good.
Dr. Nowzaradan, you don't want you down there till you can walk.
Dr. Now's a lie, because he claimed he sent me a diet and he never did. He makes the devil look good.
Hi, Lisa.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm all right.
So what's going on with you?
Nothing.
That seems to be what you do best, because you're clearly not doing the diet, and you still haven't cooperated with PT, so why is that?
I still don't understand no diet. I don't understand your book. It didn't have no diet in that I seen.
You don't understand to eat less? Is that hard to understand that?
No. I guess it is. I don't know.
So why aren't you eating less?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, and
You can't tell me anything, so don't bother wasting your time.
Is what?
Nothing. I'm not talking to you.
Why haven't you been working with physical therapy?
I don't know.
Well, you know, Lisa, if you don't make any changes, you're not going to be able to get out of your bed, and your condition is going to deteriorate, and you're not going to survive that. And you know that, right?
Yeah.
So you need to stick with a healthy eating habit, and you need to do your physical therapy.
The one lady that did come, she says I'm too fat and she don't know how to work with me.
That's not what happened. You refused to work with her every time she came, and now you're lying to manipulate the situation. If you want to survive and not die in that bed, you're going to have to do your own part. You know that, right?
Yeah.
So this is something that you need to do, because you're heading to be a medical disaster pretty soon.
I don't really care anymore.
Well, if you don't care, then we can't help you, because we can't motivate you. You have to decide to change your life. But I think what you're expecting is for someone else to do the work for you and giving to your manipulation. So Lisa, we've given you everything to change your life, then you have to do your own part.
What you gave me? I'm done. Goodbye. Here, I'm done. I'm done.
What a terrible woman.
I don't think Lisa ever really intended to make any of the changes she needed. I think she thought she can manipulate her way into weight loss surgery, and she wouldn't have to do any work to lose the weight and save her life. So right now, as long as that is her perspective and she intends to lie to me and gave me excuses intended to manipulate me, there is nothing we can do for her. So from here, one of two things is going to happen. Either Lisa wake up to the reality of her situation, and that's what she needs to change before it's too late, or she's not going to be alive much longer.
Positive for COVID. Okay. So on this way, that's
my
so
boyfriend,
terrible.
he got real sick, and they actually had to come and take him out because he was unconscious. So after that, they're like, you know, they think he has COVID. You really got to go get tested. So I called an ambulance, and they came and got me in. Took me to the hospital and said, yeah, you got COVID, and this is where I winded up at. Well, he fell off the bed, actually. He rolled off the bed. So I said, that's it, Randy. I said, I'm calling an ambulance, and I called one, and they took him away, and I never got to see him again. He texted me once, and that's the last time I heard from him. He says, I love you and miss you. Are you okay? I told him that I loved him and miss him too, and that he has to fight so he can come back home and be with us. I just miss his hugs and his kisses and everything, watching him cook. And he'd be here right now sitting in that chair over there, you know. I just miss everything about him. He was a good man. I think it's going to be very hard to go home because Randy's not there. I got to go home to that empty house where I'm used to him being there and all of his stuff there, and he's just not going to be there.
One more time, I don't understand.
Hello there.
How you doing?
I'm doing better.
glad to hear that.
So
So,
she
Lisa,
lost
where are
her
you now?
I'm in the hospital still.
So, are you in hospital?
I had COVID.
So, you had COVID and you're recovering?
Yeah.
Well, you're very lucky at your weight to survive that. How long have you been in hospital?
I think for about a month.
How is Randy doing?
Well, my boyfriend Randy passed away from COVID, so he's not going to be there to help me anymore. But I have 2 friends, so they're going to be there to help me out a lot.
I'm very sorry to hear about Randy. I'm sorry.
So I know that COVID-19 is so scary about lungs, yeah, and I see that her boyfriend all time makes this balloon for breathing, yeah, and maybe it was a reason why he's dying. So it's terrible.
For your loss. So, how is your weight now?
It's at 554.
So you lost some weight, huh?
Yeah.
But are you doing any physical therapy?
Yes, I have to do exercise 3 times a day.
But how is mobility? Can you get out of bed?
No, not yet.
So you plan to keep trying to get out of bed when you go home?
Tunisia and Destiny, which are the 2 young ladies can help me, said that they'll help me with my exercises and stuff that I need at home.
All right, so you got some help. What are you going to do with your eating habits?
That's another issue that I wanted to discuss with you, because my sister actually cleaned my house out because we thought I was going to go to a long-term facility. So your diet and books got put into a box, which is in my garage, and we have no idea where it's at. So I was wondering if you could send it all to me again, and they said that they'll help me, because, you know, they're the ones going to be preparing my meals and cooking for me. And they said they'll help me to stay on this diet plan if we can get it all again. And I believe they will.
Yeah, we'll send it back to you, but you have to actually follow it this time.
Yeah.
That's going to be the key issue.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I can do it. I got to the point where the hospital where I just eat till I'm full.
Okay. So far, you started with 37 from the weight that you originally gave me. Now you're at 554, you know. That is an 83-pound weight loss. And that's a great improvement to what we got right now. You don't want to go home and gain all that weight back.
No, I don't. I really don't.
Then hopefully soon you can stand up and be able to take some steps on your own.
Yeah, I would love to do that.
All right. I'll send you everything again and get PT set up and get you back on the program. And since you recently had a big loss, I'm also going to set up some psychotherapy for you to talk to them and see if they can help you.
Okay.
But after this, we need to get you in a better shape and get you ready for more activity and get to the point that you're going to be able to live on your own.
Oh, yeah, that'd be so nice. Okay. Please don't forget to send me that book and stuff, though.
We won't. You know, everything in here is going to be up to you to make better progress for yourself, okay?
Okay. I'll do the best I can.
Well, you have no choice at this point.
No, I really don't.
Don't go home and turn your new roommate into an enabler.
No, they're going to cook and stuff for me, and they're going to help me learn how.
So now she's caring about her future, and she understands that her boyfriend is dead and she will be next. And maybe now she really thinks that, oh, maybe Tutunara will really help me. It's really great that Dr. Now don't say to her, Lisa, please stop doing it, don't call me, because in Ukraine, maybe if you have the same behavior to doctor, yeah, and this is not about respective, it's not correct behavior in general. So maybe this doctor not want to ask with you or speak with you in general. But Dr. Now is great person. Wow.
How to prepare meals like you want it to and stuff like that.
All right. Have you worked with them before?
They're just real good friends of mine.
Okay, I'm gonna have to see how that will work out. And once you do that, we can work on you coming down to Houston.
Okay.
So these are all the goals that you got, and you have to work on them and get them all done.
Okay, I'll do my best.
Well, and don't depend on other people to give you the right stuff, to do everything for you.
Okay.
You have to make those right choices yourself.
Okay, I can do that.
And, and try to eat the smallest amount that you can, and don't overeat, okay?
Okay.
And that's to be one of the most important things that you need.
Okay.
All right. I'm glad you lost some weight and you got through COVID. I'm sorry about your boyfriend.
Well, thank you.
But I think at this point, getting healthy has to be your highest priority. But whether or not that happens is all up to you, okay?
All right.
If you need anything when you go home, give me a call.
All right. Well, I appreciate it.
All right. Nice to see you again. Lisa, take care.
You too. Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
It seemed like Lisa had a bit of wake-up call with her recent illness, and now she wants to do the program again. It's sad that it had to come to that for her, to start to see the reality of her situation. But thankfully for her sake, she seems to have gotten good care in a local hospital that not only helped her to pull through everything, but they have also managed to get her weight down just over 80 pounds, which is a very good start for her. But we are still gonna be limited in what we can do for her until she does what she needs to get out of the bed. Since she recently had a significant loss, I want psychotherapy to talk with her, make sure she has an outlet now for how she's feeling, so she doesn't use that as an excuse to start eating whatever she wants again. Because Lisa can't afford to mess this chance up. She's very lucky to make it this far in her condition. And if she goes home and goes back to old habits and doesn't do what she needs to change, then things are not gonna end well for her. So this is her last chance. She either does what she needs this time, or we're done playing games with her.
Thank you, guys. You bet.
No threes.
Are you ready for your exercises?
Yeah, just a minute.
Okay. I found the diet you're supposed to be on last night.
Did you?
Go ahead and do your exercises first so that way I can get supper going.
Yeah, we'll do it later. Hey, will you throw these away first, please?
Yeah. Okay. Are you ready? You want the orange band today or the green one? Let's try the orange one today.
Which one do you want? Okay, because green's harder.
We'll work our way up to green.
All right. We gotta do outwards first. 1,
2, 3, 4,
Hold
5,
5,
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
This arm is weak.
You got this.
Okay, now we have to do the leg ones. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Oh, now I'm wore out. I'm gonna check my oxygen since I've got no oxygen on.
Okay. So, in the book, it tells you what you can drink, the 0-calorie drinks that you can have. And then it goes on to give you recipes like a cucumber yogurt salad, sliced carrots, and sliced yellow squash. Do you want to do that?
I don't know, we'll figure out something. As we put stuff on it, we'll have to check and see how many calories everything has. Desi, here's a part in this book that talks about how much proteins and everything too.
Okay. These are some pretty big chicken breasts.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's why I said I don't think we'll need them all.
No. Maybe a couple.
I'm only supposed to eat 3 ounces, so probably not even a half of one's going to be 3 ounces. It takes 6 to 8 hours to digest food completely.
Chicken's in. So that'll be a little bit.
Oh, I didn't know our intestines were 20 to 30 feet long.
I didn't know that either. That's interesting.
Yeah, I'm learning some things from it, Laura.
I'm tired today.
I am too.
I didn't go to bed until like 4:30.
Yeah, I'm exhausted.
Do you want me to get you set up for this?
I'd appreciate it.
Can you see from here?
Yeah, I'm just worried about not being able to hear them.
I'll turn it up for you.
Okay.
We'll go ahead and step out and give you some privacy.
Hi there.
Hello.
I'm Dr. Paradise.
I'm Lisa.
Also favorite doctor.
Hi, Lisa. Good to see you. How you doing?
I'm okay.
Okay, I see you laying back in bed there. When's the last time you got out of that bed?
About 4 years ago.
Holy cow. Tell me a little bit about yourself. When did you first get big?
I really don't know. I never paid attention to my weight or anything like that. It never bothered me, so I never cared.
But I want to find out how you got that big, because nobody gets to be 600 pounds by accident. You know,
Yeah.
There's usually somebody feeding them or some emotional eating going on. How did you get to be 600 pounds?
Well, I don't know. My boyfriend used to bring me food, so I don't know.
Okay. Which boyfriend was this?
Randy.
When was Randy around?
The last 10 years.
Is he still around?
No, he's died.
Oh, wow. Tell me about that.
Just nothing to say. He just died.
What did he die from?
COVID.
Oh, no.
He got
I'm
sick.
I'm so sorry that you had that loss. How long ago was that?
It'll be 2 months on the 18th.
Okay. Randy was fine with you being in the bed?
No, he didn't like it, but we didn't know what to do.
What do you remember about him?
Randy was one of those people who would do anything and everything for you.
He was pretty committed to seeing you get out of that bed, I bet.
Yeah.
I want you to hang on to that, because I think that probably the best way you can remember Randy is by losing weight. What are the tears about?
I just want to get out of his bed. I want my life back. I want to be able to go do things with my grandchildren and, you know.
Lisa, it's meaningful that you're getting emotional about this, because it means you really care. And I want to see the behavior that...
So it was her first words when the project is just started. Yeah, she said that she also wants to give her life back. Yeah, but after a few weeks, she said really another word. So I don't know why, or maybe yeah, really, why is she lying to him, or maybe now she isn't lying. But I haven't got any trust to her more.
Matches that care.
I need to figure out a way to feel like I'm really worth it, though, because I don't feel like I'm worth much of anything.
Well, laying in a bed will do that to you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the best ways to build your self-worth is to do stuff that makes you feel worthy.
Okay.
Lisa, it sounds like you've got it right in your head. You've got the internal motivation. You really want to do this, and we just have to sort of connect the dots for you.
Yeah.
Do you see any roadblocks for you? What things that are keeping you in the bed?
Just myself.
Part of the challenge for you getting out of that bed is in your head. I understand there's real physical limitations, but I wonder if you're also a little afraid of getting out of bed.
Oh, I'm terrified of that. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. And the way we usually work on fear is we break it into little parts.
Okay.
Like, what about hanging your legs over to the side of the bed? How does that sound?
Yeah, I'll have to figure out a way to do that.
And I know it's going to be hard, but hard things are usually in front of good things that we want.
Yeah.
Okay. So maybe sort of incrementally working up to sitting up, hanging your legs over the side of the bed, just getting used to the feel of not laying down.
Okay.
And then eventually maybe resting your feet on the floor so that you don't feel the fear isn't what's keeping you from doing it.
No, I got a question for you, though. Is there something to do that'll help me with getting over Randy?
Well, you know, grief is hard.
Yeah.
And I sometimes say if they could put time in a pill, they'd sell out of it. So time is going to be helpful to you for the grief. And Lisa, you have kind of a choice what to do with that grief. You can either let it kind of keep you stuck in bed, or it can be your motivation to get out.
Okay.
Because Randy sounds like he was a really good guy.
He was.
And Randy wouldn't have wanted you to just lay in that bed and feel bad.
No.
So one of the best ways to get over the grief of Randy would be to live a full life and make him proud of you.
Okay.
Do you think he's watching you now?
Oh, I know he is.
So impress him.
Okay.
Lisa, I'm optimistic for you. You can do more than you think you can. I think you're going to impress yourself with your ability to get up and do stuff. It was great to talk to you. Take care, and we'll keep in touch, okay?
All right, thank you.
Bye, Lisa.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
How'd it go?
It was fine.
How do you feel?
How do you feel?
I feel okay. He told me I need to start doing more things for myself and trying to get up out of this, my feet on the floor, sitting up. But I don't know about sitting up. I don't know how
we can help you.
Which is a hard thing for me, but I'm just going to do it.
Yep. Suck it up, Buttercup.
I had such a great life, and I don't know why I destroyed it.
You still have it. We just got to get you up and moving, okay?
Yeah.
All right. And I'm here to help you every step of the way.
Yeah.
We'll do this together.
So 9 months.
Hi there, Lisa.
Hello. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm okay.
Good. I'm Stacy, the physical therapist.
Yeah.
And we're going to go over a few exercises.
Okay.
Is that all right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been stressed out over physical therapy. I don't think I can do this, but it's time for me to take care of me. It might be a little late, but we'll try.
How about this? We're going to start with some arm exercises, okay?
Okay.
Just start with, I'm just going to have you raise your arms up overhead and back down. And you had physical therapy earlier, is that right? Have you had that? No? Okay. Okay, good. We're going to do 10 of these. Does that sound all right? I want you to let me know if anything is sore, anything hurts.
Okay.
Feel like your arms get tired, okay?
All right.
Okay. Good.
You will just have to tell me about legs, because I've got some sores on my legs.
Okay. I've got some exercises for legs too, and I brought some gloves so we can check that out. Okay. So I also brought some bands with me. Let's do this. I'm gonna have you grab a hold of this band.
Okay.
And I want you just in front of you. You're just gonna, yep, perfect. Does that feel okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Good job. 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. Now I'm going to have you try this. I'm going to have you hold that band in front of you, and you're going to try to just raise it up. Okay. Let's do 10 of those. 3, 4. Does that feel okay?
Yeah.
8. Good job. 2 more. 9, 10.
So sounds productivity
How about
for your
this?
health.
Let's do a few things with your legs. We'll give your arms a break. Do your arms feel like they're tired at all?
Well, this arm does, but this one's fine.
Okay. I'm going to have you just to start with your feet. I just want you to pump them up and down. Good. Good. Does that hurt that spot at all? Good. So let's do this. I'm going to have you try to push your knee down into the bed so you're really tightening these muscles up. Let's do 10 of those, okay? Any pain with that?
My knees hurt a little bit.
Are they? Okay.
Nothing unusual.
Good job. Last one right here. Perfect. So let's try to go out to the side. Good.
Probably easier going
back in. Okay. And then back out. Good. 2, 3. Good job. Any pain with that? 10. Good job.
So now it's
try the other side,
really
all right?
another person. I mean, Lisa now is another. She isn't rude as well. Yeah, she is more polite. With Stacy and with Dr. Now.
8, 9, 10. Good job, Lisa. Okay.
Take care of
All right.
caretaker that she has.
Okay. So we're going to try this. I want you to try to slide. So you're bending that knee up. Good. And then back down. Good. 2. Is that okay?
Yeah.
3, 4. Are these guys usually here that they can help you with these types of exercises?
One of them always has to be here because they
Okay.
won't let me be alone.
All right. So how about this? Does that give you a few things to start with?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Stacy had me do stuff that I'd never done in my life, but I tried. It felt good. Once I get my mind set to something, then I have no doubt that I can do it. My plan is to do my exercises, eat right, get my fat out of the bed.
Is there anything, any questions you have or anything that you would like to go over, discuss that we haven't talked about? I thought Lisa did really well today with her exercises. She got through everything well and had no pain and appears to be very knowledgeable in the exercises and hopefully can continue those on her own. Thank you so much for working with me. Yes. Good luck.
Thank you.
Okay. All right.
Drive careful.
Yeah, thank you.
At least it's not snowing.
It's true. It's not snowy. Yes. All right. Thank you, guys.
Thank y'all kindly.
Goodbye. Thank you.
No, she's really polite and she said, take care, don't get out of here.
So when's your next doctor appointment with Dr. Now?
It's gonna be in about 3 minutes.
Short
Could you,
caretaker.
grab me the computer, please?
How many?
Where's the computer at?
It's
5,
in the kitchen.
6?
Okay, yeah.
Or every week near you.
Ooh, I bet. There it is.
You'll have to clean this stand off first, though, hon.
Huh?
You have to clean this stand off, too, and sit it right there.
Okay. Haha, I got the pen in my hand, Lisa. Where do you want me to set this stuff at?
Any place put on that, by that TV.
Ouch. Any place but on the TV?
Yes, just
Okay,
sit
then I'll sit right here.
There we go.
Okay, how does this open?
Turn it around.
Turn it around. Okay. And there you go.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay.
He might want to talk to you anyway, since you have quick with me.
Okay. I don't mind.
Hey, Dad.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm doing well, thanks. I wanted to check and see how you're doing since you have been at home from hospital for the past month.
I seem to be doing okay.
I'm glad to hear that. That's more positive than you usually answer. So I'm happy to hear that. But, well, how are you doing with the PT? Because they tell me you were cooperating when you got back home. But over the last month, you haven't been doing as much. And you've been telling them you're too tired and you can't do it. So they have to come back later. So what's going on now?
Well, I've been trying.
All right. Are you able to start walking?
No, I haven't even got out of bed yet.
How about sitting on the edge of the bed?
No, we haven't did that neither.
Are you working to do that or what?
Yeah, I'm going to work on it.
All right, so being in the bed for that length of time, you develop a fear of walking, and I think that may be a factor here. You need to work through that, okay?
Okay.
So you can work with the therapist to work with that fear of walking, and that's going to be important because getting up and moving around is going to be a very important step in your recovery. So the first step is to sit up in the bed.
Yeah.
And then move to the edge of the bed and put your feet on the ground.
Okay.
And once you do that, then develop your confidence that you can get up with the walker and start taking steps.
Okay.
But you need to work with the therapist to overcome the fear of walking, okay?
Okay.
Did you get my book? I'll send you again with the diet.
Yeah, I owe you an apology because all that stuff is in there. I just didn't go back far enough.
Well, I'm glad that you read far enough this time so you understand the diet. And you got all the stuff to help you what to do?
Yeah.
Because you lost a lot of weight in the hospital. You want to continue with that. You don't want to gain it back, right?
Right.
You got all the right information in the book. Follow those and you will lose weight.
Okay.
How is the help that you're getting at home?
Oh, they're very nice people. It's good.
So the people that are helping you out with everything at home, they're bringing you the food how many times a day?
3.
Are you snacking between the meal?
Not the last couple of days, no. But before, yeah.
Okay, well, there is no reason for you to snack, okay?
Yeah.
And you need to cut back on your calorie intake to the point that you're going to be able to lose some weight.
Okay.
And don't create the dynamic of a neighbor again at home.
Okay.
If you're not hungry, don't eat. And if you eat, make sure that you're eating very low-calorie food.
Okay.
Almost about 400 calories 2 or 3 times a day.
Okay.
And if you do that, you will lose weight. Okay? So this is what you need to concentrate on.
Okay.
To continue losing weight and continue getting your strength up and be up walking so you get to the point that you can be traveling to Houston.
Okay.
So make sure you work with PT to get up. Don't keep sending him away because you're tired and you don't want to do it.
Okay.
This is last chance for you to do the program. So do that and stick with that diet. And if you have anything you need, give me a call and then we'll go from there.
I'll make sure I do that.
Oh, I just wonder how dirty is in her place. I can't imagine how people can live in a dirty place like she. It's awful.
Okay, your next big goal is to have your feet on the ground. And in the meantime,
so I really don't understand. It is so hard to make one cleaner per month. For example, just one cleaner per month. It's not enough money. I mean that if she has money for junky food, for caretaker, why she can't, for example, call to the cleaner and he is coming once per month? Because in this dirty place, cooking and living, it's really terrible.
You don't think, give me a call.
Okay, thank you kindly.
All right, you're welcome. I'm encouraged that Lisa seemed to have had a better disposition and that at least she started cooperating with PT. But at the same time, she doesn't look to have lost much weight since she has been home from the hospital. It's positive that she has read the diet this time. So that is more than I can say for how much she was willing to do in the beginning. But my big concern right now is that she's clearly losing momentum. She finally started working with PT after she came home from the hospital. But after they got past simple exercises, she stopped cooperating with them, telling them she was too tired when they tried to push her to sit up at all. This past week, she started telling them they have to come back like she was doing in the beginning. So I'm worried she's going back to her old habits. But right now, we will focus on positive we have been seeing from her and continue to get PT to push her to get up and see if we can continue to get her weight down more. But just like in the beginning, this is all still up to her. And it's going to come down to whether she's going to put in the hard work and stick with doing what she needs or not.
3 weeks later.
So what's happened since I left this morning?
I'm gonna tell you the truth, this diet that Dr. Now has me on, I'm starving.
I'm glad, sweetie.
But I'll be all right. My stomach will get used to it eventually.
Yeah, it's gonna take probably a couple of weeks to get used to it.
Yeah. And I sent Cameron to get me a diet soda today, and he came back with a regular one, and I didn't drink it, so I'm kind of proud of myself.
That's good.
Well, I looked at it and it said 240 calories. I said, here, that would be my whole dinner. I want to get out of this bed.
You've been working, I have seen, for days. With that, you are going to get out of this bed. We're going to work on getting at least one of your legs on the floor.
Yeah, in time.
Yep, I believe in you.
11 months.
I am very disappointed that in the end, Lisa decided to go back to her old ways and regressed and choose food and comfort over saving her life. We gave her 2 chances to do the program, and all she needed to do was take the first step to show me she was willing to do the work it would take to change her life. After she came back from quitting the program the first time, she had a bit of wake-up call and things started to look optimistic for a bit. But the thing about wake-up call is that when life goes back to normal, it's easy to forget them. I think in Lisa's case, she had a moment of clarity after getting sick and losing Randy, and she did seem to have some intention to potentially try to change her life. But at the same time, she was also working to create the enabling dynamic she wanted at home again. And once she was able to do that, it seemed like she started to slip back in the old
So also I said before that I didn't trust her because she has really a lot of words but any action, yeah, and that's all we see together, that now she cut off Dr. Now and says sorry, but I want to eat and have an obesity because it's really convenient to me, to my life. Yeah, I can cry, my tears will be helping me by one moment, yeah, but it's not about desires and goals. So she hasn't got anything. I mean that she's so lazy and so weakness person in general, and of course for her laying in bed, it's really the best scenario ever. So she understands that she has money every month from government and she can give whatever she wants, and why she needs to choose her life? Who's saying that? Her feeling is normal and okay.
habits. And as soon as things got uncomfortable with PT, she gave up. Before I would be willing to move ahead with her and consider anything like weight loss surgery, the first step for Lisa will be to lose weight on her own and to work with PT to start walking again. What we can provide for her at home to do that is the same as we provide her here. So there is no point in her to come to Houston. If she won't take responsibility for her life and take those steps, if she ever come back and ask us for help again, we will provide her with PT and what support we can give her to help her to start to change her life. But until she gets out of that bed and starts walking again, we won't be moving ahead with her. But at this point, it doesn't look likely to ever happen. What seems likely is that Lisa will continue on the same self-destructive path she's been on until she kills herself with food. From what I'm seeing from Lisa over the past year, I think the long-term outlook for her isn't positive and won't turn out well for her. We will hold out hope, though, and see if at some point down the road that she wakes up and finally does what she needs. We never give up. I just hope if she gets to that point, it is not already too late.
So it was really predictable to have this ending, and for me Lisa isn't really a good person in general, so I disappointed about her, and I haven't got any pity or sorry for her yet, because just type of this character and all. So guys, thank you for your attention, thank you this time for me. Say or write me a comments what do you think about our main hero, yeah, and it will be really so interesting to me to hear maybe another opinion, yeah, or the opposite, or maybe you disagree with me, so I will write everything and all. So thank you for your time together, and see you on next our episode. It will be the last episode of 9th season. Have a great night, day. So see you, bye.